What's up, RSQUAD? Pastor Joey here, and I'm pumped to be with you for the final part of our series, What's Next? And I'm out here and I'm doing a little bit of hiking, got my bag packed with everything that I need, and I just really love hiking. I grew up hiking, but one of the things that I love the most about it was the preparation for the hike. See, whenever you go on a hike, you wanna make sure you got all the things that you need in your bag, whether that's your water, your first aid kit, your clothing, whatever you might need while you're out on a hike, you gotta have it with you. The second thing that I love about it is figuring out and charting the course of where I'm gonna go on the hike, where I'm gonna start, where I'm gonna stop and make a camp, and then what is my final destination. And there's a principle that comes to us from hiking that you can really apply to any part of your life. I heard this when I was a senior in high school, and this principle radically changed the way that I thought from that point on. And here it is. So get something ready to write with. Here we go. Your direction, not your intention, determines your destination. I'm gonna say that one more time. Your direction, not your intention, determines your destination. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, we go through life and we have these intentions that what? We wanna be successful. We wanna have a great family one day. We wanna have a great relationship with God. That is our intention. That's where we want to be. But oftentimes, the direction of our lives is actually opposite of that. The way that we live, the way that we act, the way that we treat people, the amount of time that we actually spend with God is opposite. It looks like this. I'm on a trail. And if my ultimate destination is over here, then here's what I want to do. I want to point myself in that direction. But here's what happens. My intention may be to land over here somewhere. But if my direction is pointed this way and I'm walking this way, guess what? I'm never going to reach the destination back there. It's my direction, not my intention, that determines my destination. Maybe you've been in that place where you've asked yourself, how did I get here? I never wanted to be in this place. Sometimes if we pause and we go back and we look and we go, oh, it was this decision after this decision after this decision, and it slowly changed my direction. And I ended up in a place I never thought I would be. Now, when we look in the Bible, we find a really cool story about a man by the name of Solomon. Now, Solomon was the son of King David. And what's impressive about Solomon was that Solomon became the king of Israel at the age of 12. Hold on a second, think about that for a moment. As a middle schooler, he became the king of an entire nation. I mean, can you imagine the pressure that you would feel in a moment like that? And we find this passage in 1 Kings chapter 3, where Solomon is trying to figure out, okay, I want to be a good king. My intention is to do right by God. So he goes to God in prayer and he basically says, you know what, God, out of all the things that I want, here's what I want. I want wisdom. That's right, write that down. I want wisdom. And here's what happens. In verse 10, we find this, that the Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked for wisdom. So God replied, because you have asked for wisdom in governing my people with justice and have not asked for a long life or wealth or death of your enemies, I will give you what you ask for. I will give you wise understanding and heart such as no one else has had or ever will have. I want you to think about that for a moment. Out of all the things that Solomon could have asked for, he could have asked for lots of money. He could have asked for the most powerful army. He says, you know what? God, I want wisdom. And God was so just pleased with that request that he said, you know what, Solomon, I'm going to give you that. And because of that, you'll get everything else. We pick it up in verse 13. And God says this, and I will also give you what you did not ask for, riches and fame, and no other king in all the world will be compared to you for the rest of your life. And if you follow me and obey my decrees and commands as your father did, I will give you a long life. That's a pretty powerful and amazing thing. Now, when we follow the life of Solomon, Solomon goes on to write the book of Proverbs, which is just full of wisdom. So I encourage you, if you're a middle schooler or a high school student, look in the book of Proverbs. Read some Proverbs every single day. But here's something about the story of Solomon that is a little bit interesting. Even though he had all this wisdom, even though kings from all over the world would come and ask him questions, he put himself in a position where he was in the opposite direction of his intention. Solomon ended up marrying multiple wives to appease the surrounding nations. And this was a huge mistake and ended up costing him dearly. But at the end of it all, I find it super interesting that out of all the things he could have asked for, he asked for wisdom. So how does that relate to you today at RSQUAD? Right now, we're getting ready to go into summer. And here's my question for you. What's next for you? See, summer is a time where you can have all kinds of fun and going to the beach and we're hanging out. You don't have school, it's great. But where do you intend to be when it comes to your relationship with God at the end of the summer? Think about that for a moment. Where do I want to be in my relationship with God at the end of the summer? And once you have that picture, how do you direct your life accordingly? Because it's one thing to say, hey, I want to be closer to God, and then you live a summer, you go through life, and it's kind of in the opposite direction. So here's what I want you to think about. This summer, you're going to have so many opportunities to do great things. We've got camp that's coming up. I'm going to be going to camp. We're going to have a great time. What God does at camp, it's incredible. It's amazing. You're going to be drawn closer to God by getting away. We put the cell phones away and you get to just have a week of learning about God, hanging out with some of your best friends and watching God grow your faith. The other thing that we've got is we've got baptisms. Maybe for some of you, your next step is actually baptism. And at the end of the summer, we have a huge beach baptism. And so many of you at RSQUAD, that was your next step. That was your, hey, I'm ready for this. And you move forward on it. I want to invite you, if you haven't been baptized yet, to go ahead and to sign up and be a part of that. Maybe you're here and you're a high school student and your intention, you want to be a leader on your sports team. You want to be a leader in your classroom. You want to be a leader at the place that you work. You want to be a leader here at church. Well, we have an incredible student leadership program that could be a great next step for you so that you can be in the direction of seeing God more than you've ever seen him before. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 tells us what? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your paths straight. I want to encourage you this summer not to just let summer go by. Have a goal in mind. Hey, where do you want to be at the end of summer? And then plant your direction there so that you can accomplish it. Hey, we've got a lot of really great things coming up. And as we close out our time here, there's one more thing that I want to talk to you about, and that is RSQUAD Sunday, May 25th. This is a Sunday morning where we take over the church at Renovation Church. And here's what I'm asking. I'm going to ask all of you to be there at that RSQUAD Sunday representing. We're going to take the whole first several rows. We're going to be up. We're going to have our renovation student band is going to be there. Chris Taylor's going to be leading in worship. P. Grant's going to be up there. It's going to be an incredible time where we get to show our church just how amazing you are. So I'm telling you, that Sunday, May 25th, be there, bring some friends with you, and let's take over Renovation Church with amazing middle and high school students like you. Look, it's been awesome. What's next? This series has been incredible. I hope it's been encouraging to you, and stay tuned for everything that's happening this summer. You can go to the website, rsquad.tv/events, to sign up for your next step. What are you waiting for? Let's go.